Shopping malls are large indoor shopping centers anchored by department stores. It's also a place where shoppers get the latest fashion trend and accessories for many occasions. Since online shopping emerged, many inline mall stores, as well as anchor stores, have begun to suffer due to stiff competition, which causes many of them to shutter or be acquired by other competing companies. The numerous closures of brick-and-mortar stores birthed the name Retail Apocalypse in 2010 and caused many dead malls to appear within the past decade. Today, we will be going over a list of forgotten mall stores that no longer exist. Toys and entertainment chains like KB Toys and Sam Goody will not be featured, but stay tuned for future videos. Now, without any further ado, let's get started.
Remember where we came in? No, that's towards Sears.
Which way? Which way?
Merry-Go-Round. Merry-Go-Round was a national clothing retail chain that thrived in the 1970s through the 1990s. The chain fell into bankruptcy during the mid-1990s and eventually ceased operation in 1996. It was famous for its ability to profit from short-lived fashion fads and owned men's clothing retailer Silverman's by purchasing 273 stores from Retail Ventures Inc. (RVI), parent of American Eagle Outfitters, in 1989. It filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 1994 and began liquidation sales by February 1996. At its end, the company operated just over 500 locations, primarily in enclosed malls. Chess King. Chess King was a United States men's clothing retailer created by the Melville Corporation. From its founding in 1968, it grew to over 500 locations by the mid-1980s before an eventual decline, sale, and closure of the chain in 1995. The New York Times described the store's concept as teen male apparel dress shops whose stores are highly identifiable with bold coloring and designs aimed at appealing to the 12 to 20 male market. Melville would agree to sell Chess King in March 1993 to Maryland-based Merry-Go-Round Enterprises, MGRE, with the sale being finalized in May of that year. In November 1995, the Chess King chain closed when Merry-Go-Round Enterprises filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Gantos. Gantos was a women's specialty clothing retailer based in Grand Rapids, Michigan. The company was founded in 1932 and specialized in private label and name brand apparel. In the late 1980s, Forbes magazine named Gantos one of the fastest growing women's specialty retailers in the country. And by early 1993, the company grew to a peak of 163 stores. However, in late 1993, the company announced bankruptcy reorganization, closing 50 stores between 1993 and 1994. Ultimately, by the end of the decade, they announced the liquidation of the remaining 114 stores across 24 states. Kinney Shoes. The G.R. Kinney Company was an American manufacturer and retailer of shoes from 1894 until September 16, 1998. It was the largest family chain shoe retailer in the United States at the beginning of 1936, with 335 stores operating nationwide. The G.R. Kinney Company was sold to F.W. Woolworth in 1963, and before this, it was a subsidiary of the Brown Shoe Company, which sold it for $45 million. The firm was renamed the Kinney Shoe Corporation and continued as a fully owned subsidiary of Woolworth, as it retained its 11-member board of directors and an existing panel of corporate officers. The company continued operating throughout the 1960s and 1970s with divisions named Stalco, 1967, Suzy Casuals, 1968, and Foot Locker, 1974. On September 16, 1998, the Venator Group formerly known as Woolworth, announced that Kinney's 467 shoe stores would close. The Foot Locker division started in 1974 and continues to this day, with Venator changing its name in 2001 to Foot Locker, which also maintains the trademark of the Kinney and Woolworth brands. Afterthoughts. Afterthoughts were first created as one of the many specialty store subsidiaries of F.W. Woolworth Company, later Venator Group, in the 1980s. By 1996, the chain had grown to a total of 809 stores and was acquired by major competitor Claire's in late 1999. Claire's at the time planned to convert their stores under the icing name to Afterthoughts, as they targeted the same market, and Afterthoughts had higher sales and margins at the time. Despite previously announced plans, by February 2, 2002, the Afterthoughts brand had been consolidated into Claire's existing The Icing brand, following a tumultuous 2001 fiscal year. Wicks N Sticks. Wicks N Sticks was a chain of the mall-based candle and later home decor stores based out of Houston that began in 1968. The stores offered a range of 23 different scented candles, hand-carved candles from Germany, and hand-carved wooden candle holders from Spain. By the 1990s, the chain's product range had greatly expanded due to the company only requiring a third of products to be purchased from them, allowing the franchisee to stock their other two-thirds with products including Christmas ornaments, porcelain items, collectibles, calendars, and more. In 2006, the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, citing new competition from other stores, most notably Bath & Body Works and Yankee. Discovery Channel Store. In 1995, Discovery Channel lent its brand to retail stores in malls and other locations across America, and an online store. The store's specialty products were educational gifts, videos, books, CD-ROMs, and educational kits, most of which were manufactured with the Discovery Channel brand name. On May 17, 2007, Discovery Communications announced it would close all 103 of its standalone and mall-based stores due to losing $30 million a year. The Hudson Group continues to operate the Discovery Channel airport stores and the website that remains in operation. The Sharper Image. The Sharper Image was founded by Richard Thalheimer and started in 1977 as a catalog business selling jogging watches. Later, through its catalog, the Sharper Image expanded its product assortment to include high-end, futuristic gadgets, electronics, massage chairs, and air purifiers. The Sharper Image eventually expanded to 187 retail stores in 38 states. In 2008, the company filed for bankruptcy protection with the U.S. Bankruptcy Court in Wilmington, Delaware, after 4 years of sale losses and 3 straight years of losses, and all stores were closed by the end of the year. It has since been relaunched as an online retailer in 2011. Warner Bros. Studio Stores. The Warner Bros. Studio Store was a chain of retail stores selling Looney Tunes, DC Comics, and other merchandise based on Warner Bros. Films, similar in style to the Disney Store. They first opened in 1991. In 1996, Warner Bros. Owner Time Warner merged with Turner Broadcasting, which owned Hanna-Barbera and pre-1986 MGM Library, and merchandise based on Hanna-Barbera and other Turner properties were added to the product lines. In January 2001, the AOL Time Warner merger was completed, at which time the chain was placed up for sale with plans to close, if not sold. In July, AOL Time Warner announced that the chain, then consisting of 85 stores, would be shut down by October as the company moved out of the owned and operated retail business. The last stores closed by December 31st, 2001. Warner Bros. Studio Store is currently used as the name of various theme park stores around the world, including at the Warner Bros. World Theme Park and the Warner Bros. Studios in Burbank. Rule number 925. After the financial success of Hollister in 2000, Mike Jeffries began developing 3 additional retail concepts. The first of these to be revealed was Ruehl in September 2004. The first location opened at the International Plaza and Bay Street Mall in Tampa, Florida, followed by Woodfield Mall in Chicago, and the third at the Garden State Plaza in Paramus, New Jersey. These stores were used to test the market before future expansion. While the clothing was similar to that of Abercrombie & Fitch, Ruehl was priced 22% higher. Ruehl's storefront was meant to resemble a series of brownstone buildings with concrete walkways, hedges, flower boxes, and iron gates at the front door. The interior was sectioned off into numerous bedrooms, living rooms, and conservatories meant to mimic the interior of a home. Bookshelves lined the living room, chandeliers hung from the ceiling of the bedrooms, portraits sat on the floor tilted against the walls, and a central hallway divided the store in half. On June 17, 2009, Abercrombie & Fitch announced it would cease operations of the Ruehl brand. Anchor Blue Clothing Company. Anchor Blue Inc., formerly Miller's Outpost, was an American clothing retailer which had over 100 stores in the western United States. It generally sold its own Anchor Blue brand name of youth-oriented denim, graphic t-shirts, and casual clothing. Anchor Blue went through Chapter 11 bankruptcy in June 2009 and closed over 50 stores, including all their stores in Florida and Georgia. In August 2010, the company opened its online site for customers to make purchases after a more than 3-year delay due to poor sales performance, but ceased all operations by January 2011. Limited Too. Limited Too was a clothing and lifestyle retailer targeting the tween girl market starting in 1987. Limited Too Inc. opened a less expensive brand expansion named Justice in 2004. However, in 2006, Limited Too Inc. was sold to tween brands. The store sold apparel, underwear, sleepwear, swimwear, lifestyle, accessories, and personal care products for girls aged 5 to 15. On August 12, 2008, Twin Brands announced that the nearly 600 Limited Too stores would convert to the lower-price Justice brand in early 2009, discontinuing the use of the Limited Too name. Since 2015, the brand has been owned by Blue Star Alliance, LLC. Teavana. Teavana was started in Atlanta, Georgia in 1997 by Andrew T. Mack with the opening of a tea house at Phipps Plaza. Teavana's retail stores were usually located in upscale shopping malls and designed to be part tea bar, part tea emporium. Individual cups of tea to go were offered for sale, and the retail locations offered free samples of various tea blends and tea varieties at their front door and within the store. Accessories for tea drinking, such as cups and pots, were also available in the stores. On July 27, 2017, Starbucks announced it would close all 379 Teavana stores by 2018, partly due to underperformance. As of 2022, a very limited variety of Teavana products continue to be sold at Starbucks.
He didn't say it's over, but I know it's over.
You gotta excuse her, she's upset.
Gadzooks. Gadzooks Inc. was a mall-based teenage clothing retailer founded in 1983 as a t-shirt business by brothers-in-law Jerry Skitsapansky and Larry Titus. It was inspired by the shopping habits of Skitsapansky's teenage sons. The first store was in Mesquite, Texas, and to fill floor space, the founders displayed an old white Volkswagen Bug in the store. In 2003, in response to heightened competition, the company retooled, shifting from being a mini department store and dropping its male clothing line to focusing exclusively on 16 to 22-year-old females, which proved a fatal shift in its viability. Gadzooks was one of the first national retail chains to adopt teenage shoppers as its target market. In February 2004, the company filed for bankruptcy and announced plans to reduce its store count from 410 to 252. In March 2005, Forever 21 purchased the chain for $33 million. The stores were eventually phased out. Wet Seal. Wet Seal is an American fast fashion retailer founded in Newport Beach, California, by Lauren Hike in 1962. The retailer specializes in selling clothing and accessories. The Wet Seal name is derived from a comment Hike made during a fashion show, commenting that a model wearing a bathing suit looked like a wet seal. The company was incorporated as Wet Seal in 1990. In 1995, Wet Seal acquired 237 Contempo Casual stores from the Neiman Marcus Group. Contempo Casuals would continue to use its name until 2001, when the remaining stores were converted into Wet Seal stores. On January 16, 2015, the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection due to increased competition in the teen clothing sector and shuttered several stores despite previously indicating to employees that the outlets would stay open. On January 27, 2017, Business Insider and other news outlets reported that Wet Seal was closing all its stores immediately and terminating all staff and employees. The brand was acquired by Gordon Brothers. It is now operating as an online-only retailer. Well, this brings us to the end of our list today. Let me know in the comments below if you know of any other mall stores that have disappeared over the years, or if you recognized any of the ones we went over in the video. See you next time.